Hi guys, different type of video on QBT. If you look at QBT zoomed out on the weekly, you see from the launch of the stock, we're not even close yet to where the initial pricing of the stock was. If I look at the other quantum stocks, for example, IonQ, we're already past the high after the IPO. We have at least a 3-wave move on the weekly to the upside from the low. If I look at, they have all done amazing, by the way. I'm just comparing them now. D-wave quantum also passed the IPO high, also has at least a 3-wave move on the weekly. There was one more that I have. Where is it though? Rigetti, or however you read it, also took the IPO high. So you can see also at least a 3-wave move that already happened, while QBT, if we zoom out, we did not take the initial price levels yet. Maybe we will never, you never know. But also we just have a 1-2 or an A-B. We don't have the C wave or the third wave yet, like the other quantum stocks have. I find it a little bit interesting. I was chatting with ChatGPT a little bit about this, and yeah, QBT is software layer based company working on this. IonQ and the others are hardware layers. So you also can see these all have taken the IPO levels and have already at least a 3-wave move, 4, 5 even, while QBT just has a 1-2 and now is working on a third or a C. So they move a little bit together, but QBT is a little bit separate from the other ones, the hardware companies. Of course, QBT doesn't make any money. Oops. Come on. Look, they just have 236,000. That's nothing. Q2 61,000 revenue. So again, I'm not a master in these things, but their cash is growing, maybe from sponsors. I don't know how it grows so much otherwise while your revenue is not growing. So I think there is being invested in. What I do like though is this one. They don't have any debt, and then this return on invested capital. You see, here they were getting, if they invest 100 euros, they even made losses, I think, or I don't know exactly how to interpret it, but I know it's good when it's positive, and very good if it's between positive 10 to 20%. You can see it's going 12, 8, so this is quarterly. So yeah, if this can turn, this is for me good. It indicates that the money they're investing in their products, they get it back. But yeah, then again, how do you interpret it with this low amount of revenue? So that's why this is also just a little bit difficult to analyze. The most important thing for me is this one. They don't have debt. Cool. And then yeah, we want to see this revenue go, but I think they're still in like research and development phase, not selling a lot. They're only with 50 workers, but they already have been here now for 24 years. So again, do this research yourself. I'm not a professional. But then coming back to here, yeah, from this high at $39, we had this move. Then we hit the 886 from this high, and you know I'm always saying 886 hits confirm for me that the move down is probably corrective, and we're gonna take this high, because this being a 1-2, the wave 2 retraces too high. Also, if this is your one, your wave 2 is so much in time, it doesn't make, like, it's not so beautiful. Okay, this one 2 is also long in time here, but I think this one is even longer. And if you take the fibs from the initial low here to this high, you never came down to the 86, you came to the 786 here, and then at your probably your internal A, B, C with the C wave, yeah, hitting the 786. I wanna watch also one more thing. No, we didn't get the 1-1, but that's okay. Doesn't have to always. So this 86, I'm gonna delete it because we hit it again here from this high, and then for this high we now hit the 86 as well. So for me, it's just a matter of time. We're gonna take this $38 level, and then yeah, we have a 1-2 or an AB. Your C wave has as a target the 1-to-1 fib, which sits at $140. That's 7x from here. Is it a lot? Yes, but price comes from $500. If it's a 1-2 setup, then this is your minimum target. That's one crazy number there. Of course, it doesn't have to happen like right away, but maybe it can go like slowly across multiple years, and then yeah, companies do split, and then the stock value drops by 10 if they do a 1-to-10 split, for example. But again, for this, the company needs to start selling and getting like contracts with like bigger names. Already here they did a split. Oh, okay. So yeah, should they do split, for example, 1-to-10, this would be $14 instead of 142. Yeah, what I want to say is, in my opinion, from just a technical point of view, we will take this high at least. And then yes, the next fib target for me, what I will focus on is the 142 level. If you look to this A wave, I hate the fact though that it's a 3, like I don't hate it, but it's a 3-wave move. So that's why I have the ABC corrective structure on my chart as well. For like if this is your wave 1 and this is a wave 2, you still might get another push. That's why I have this C wave and this 1-to-1 here. But if it's gonna be the 1-2 setup, then because of the 3-wave nature here, we could get a 3-waver here in wave 3 as well. But that's the tricky part inside this. I could count this as a 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your third. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now we get a wave 5. where we maybe take this high. But then what? Could we already reach this or like this zone and then go back down? Possible. Or will it be that this was just the A wave, the B wave will come, and then the C wave will follow for this wave 3, because I'm expecting a 3 wave move, and inside your A and your C you're looking for a 5 wave move. That's one possibility. Second possibility is that this was your A wave, this was your B wave, and now we go up in the C wave of the third. If I pull some fibs, this would be, I think, the most bullish scenario. This then is for your wave 3. I'm gonna try to measure this one. You get overlapping fibs. So it could be possible that this was your A, this was a B wave, and then now we're going in the C wave. Or that this was a 1, 2, and we're gonna do a 5 wave move in your wave 3 is also possible. That's why we need, I'm looking at the chart zoomed in, but if we zoom out, there are really possibilities here. The least bullish scenario is, I'm gonna remove this internal stuff here. The least bullish scenario would be, yeah, what we have been tracking, that this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and then now we are in the 5th wave. And inside this 5th wave, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after that, we will correct this whole move starting from 30 cents to, yeah, wherever it tops. And that could be a significant drop. But too early to say that, like, yeah, risk is here higher than it was here, yeah, but we need to watch closely. The RSI on the week is looking good. We had last week, again, a really strong week. RSI is pushing again into overbought territory, which is good when these pumps can happen. It's always like in overbought territories. So yeah, at least the first thing we'll do is probably take this high, in my opinion, and then yeah, we will try to follow this chart up closely, because it's, yeah, there's potential just from Elliott wave, or like from an analysis point of view. Of course, the numbers, they still have to prove a lot, but zoomed in, yeah. I was making videos about this here last week. I'm gonna put everything back on the chart now. 1, 2, like this. And I'm gonna stay zoomed in for the like close-up videos that I will do. But yeah, I have some, the long-term chart is also interesting. That's why you, like, for me, I keep a core position with this stock. Sometimes I might add a little bit more, like I did here. I sold 10 here. Maybe if this wave 4 offers a little bit more downside, I can add again a little bit more. Like this is what we are watching now. Maybe this can bring us to around about 38 by doing that. From where was this 38 level again? Or maybe we will even just go, because we take this high, but then yeah, you have your C wave or your third wave, so it has to then go. That's why maybe this is just a 1. If this is complete, all of these 5 waves, we're now at the latter stages. This will be a 1, and then we will get a 2, and then we will go. It's also possible. Yeah, a lot of scenarios open, but again, for me, probabilities are high. We will take this $40 level, and then yeah, I try to stay focused on the shorter time frames. On the monthly, interesting as well. We're pushing now again into overbought territories, and then yeah, this candle will say a lot in my opinion. Like, we have 3 days in October and we have already a lot of volume. Of course, if this is a 1, 2, 3, and this is another 1, 2, and now we're gonna have the third of the third, I want to see higher volume than this. Like, it really needs to pump then. But yeah, this is just me thinking and sharing my thoughts. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.